Yo. How you doing? My dudes, dudettes, dudines, and Bob. Hi, how you guys doing? Happy Friday. Welcome to the Friday show. I'm Hazel. I am joined today by my betta fish Chen, named after the Chen Storm Stout because he's black and white. Well, he was black and white. He's getting some blue on him, and doesn't it look precious? You look great today, dude. Keep it up. Good stuff. Marmo, thanks for the 3 months. Congratulations on being our first 3 months. I realized why I'm excited for your classic stream just because there's that super interesting possibility that you might fall in love with it. Maybe. I'm not gonna say absolutely not, because I don't think I could say that. You know, you never know. With life, you never know. Meowdy. Sup? Aqua Dulcia, thank you very much for coming to a live show. Welcome. Hope it works out for you. Shawnee of the Dead, thanks for the 3 months. Oh wow, 3 months for me too. Where does the time go? Seriously, we have our first blue butterfly icons. I've been on Twitch for a whole, well, without being too pedantic about it, I've been on Twitch for approximately 3 whole months. First live stream after starting law school. How did it go? How was your first day? Mongoose J, thank you very much for the 3 months. New version of the Pet Walk Up, thank you for noticing. I refilmed it because I wanted a 5-minute one. I didn't have that much footage of the last one. And you're the first person to notice. It's been up for a few days, and yesterday, and I think the day before, if I used it the day before, I was like sitting here watching it happen, seeing if anybody was gonna notice. Oh man, hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Good evening, Miss Hazel. So what kind of tea do you have? This is delicious. This is a creme brulee flavored black tea. It's the most artificial thing in the world. I don't care. It's delightful. It's like a loosely flavored black tea from Stash that I bought when I was at their store. Not sponsored, although I would consider it. I buy their stuff. Looks like coffee. Now, this is just a black tea. I've added milk. I've added a little bit of sweetener. Some people insist this one is sweet enough that it doesn't need it, but I don't care. I want this to taste like dessert. I play vanilla and I don't have rose-colored glasses on. I mean, I do technically always kind of have rose-colored glasses on. Like, these things are kind of like a rose crystal color. So maybe I'm just, I mean, I didn't play back then though, so maybe they're rose-colored for something else. Aqua Dulcia, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. So, oh man, Towley gave me a shout out. Goodness gracious, golly gee. Aw shucks, he looks like a living jewel crafting battle pet. I would be down for, I would love them to make more types of fish pets, but I really wish they would just pop the bubble so that I can see them. You can't really see through the bubble very well. Hi Hazel, Floyd super on time today. Welcome, hope you're having a great day. Kaleila's Kitchen, sup Hazel hype. We here. Soy cyanide. I don't even know what that means, really. I mean, I could try to think about it, but I'm excited. I'm excited anyways. Can't pause, how you doing? Okay, so for today, let me talk to you. Let me just talk to you. About, hang on, I feel like I need to have this conversation from back here. About once a year, approximately, like clockwork, I get it in my head that I am going to make an alt and gear it up and play it in my guild's Mythic Plus runs and pug raids with it. And I go, you know what? I could be a healer. I'm just gonna be a healer. And it sounds like a great idea in my head. We always need them. We're always like, we don't ever have enough dispels when we fight Radiance. And I'm just having to mass dispel anybody anyways. And I just, you know, as far as a raider goes, I'm not the most skilled, but I'm pretty good. I'm okay. And the nice thing about me is that I don't miss raids because I have no life. So it would be really convenient for me to be able to heal. So approximately once a year, I get this in my head and I go, I'm going to make an alt. I'm going to level it up. I'm going to live the dream. Go healer Hazel, go. And that phase happens yearly. And as you may have noticed, I'm still a ranged DPS. Because every year I talk myself out of it because I heal for 10 minutes and I go, oh wow, this is boring, I forgot. So it's that time again. It is that time again. So I figure this time around, I want to be, Okami, thank you for the bits. Which healer will you be? Monk, priest, druid, paladin? Have you played a blood elf before? Asking since I'm not sure if you're making a new character. So, I am gonna be this. I just created her this morning. I should have been doing something else, but I was possessed. I was overtaken by an urge from the cosmos that was telling me that I need to be a healer. So we'll see if this one sticks. I don't have high hopes, but either way, it's going to be a fun way to kill a couple days until Classic. So I want to be, and I've really figured this out through the process of elimination, because I don't actually like, for raid healing anyways, I don't like most healers. I don't want to be a priest, because we already have a disc priest, and holy is fine, but I'm kind of bored of holy, and plus I don't want to be another priest because we already have one, and I want to be a different color. I don't want to be a resto shaman because we have one of those too, and apparently, like, our shaman player is good, but the class itself seems iffy right now. So I don't want to get myself into that. I don't want to be a druid because I have one of those, and in my head, that's for PvP, and I feel like if I was just rejuvenating an entire raid all day, I would just fall asleep and never wake up. So, what are my other options? I could be a monk. I feel like the healer class for me hasn't been invented yet. I feel like they're gonna add one, because they have not added a healing spec since monks, and they also need to add a ranged DPS spec, and it would be nice if they just, like, threw a healing spec in there. So I feel like they're gonna one day come out with a new class that has a healing spec, and I'm gonna look at it, and I'm gonna be like, that's for me. But it hasn't happened yet, so through process of elimination, I think I arrive at monk, because I like the imagery. I like the tea, I like the cranes, I like the dragon statues, I'm into that, that's cool. Wait, why, Vince? I've never struggled to say your name this much before. I usually just say why. Thank you for the bits. Appreciate that. Cheer shared rewards to others in chat. What does that even mean? I don't understand Twitch. We made it to Friday. We made it. And I don't know why I'm so exhausted, but I'm really glad it's Friday. I'm feeling pretty good. It's so nice outside today around here. I took my dog out to let him do his business before I started the stream. And it was like really warm, just gently sunny. There was a nice breeze. You know how sometimes in the summer, assuming that you live somewhere with decent air quality, which is something that I'm often grateful for because Oregon, it just smells great out here. You know how sometimes in the summer there's like a breeze and not only is it warm and refreshing and just cinematic, but it also smells good? It was like that. Like, it was so nice outside that I took my dog out and he just sat down on the grass like, hey, can we stay here? And I almost wanted to, but whenever we stay outside for longer than 5 minutes, we get stopped by some children that want to pet him. And we do, and it's fine. But it's not always the walk that you wanted to take when you left your front door. Isn't paladin healing weird or kind of hard? Oh yeah, I forgot about paladins. I don't want to be a holy paladin. I don't know why. I don't want to be a holy paladin. I want to be a holy paladin. So my issue with paladins is really dumb. I love my paladin, this one, for tanking. Slap a shield on her, give her a nice one-hander, give her a nice coordinated mog that I change every other day because I'm not happy with it yet. And I will tank all day long. And I can kind of sort of ret if I have to for like questing or whatever because it's the DPS spec. I don't prefer being melee, but I'll do it. Holy Paladin feels weird to me. Something about like, they're too... It's the same reason I don't like playing a Fire Mage. Glitter Nuke, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Appreciate the support. But yeah, it's the same reason I don't like playing a Fire Mage, and that's because there are two cloth-wearing, fireball-slinging ranged DPS casters. There are Destrolocks, and there are Fire Mages. And in my mind, they're too close to the same thing, so I just mentally deleted Fire Mage, and if I want somebody that's slinging fire, I go with a Destrolock because I decided that they're cooler. I kind of do the same thing with Holy Paladin, because in my mind they're too similar to Priests. They're not the same armor type wearing. They're worse because they're wearing plate and they're healing, and that's weird. And then they're still healing with holy magic. So if I'm going to heal with holy magic, I'm going to do that on a priest. So I never really considered Holy Paladins, and this isn't an actual reason. I'm sure the class is great. I don't know, but you know, there's so many classes and specs in this game that you kind of have to just rule a few out arbitrarily, otherwise you're never ever gonna play anything. What's wrong with Fire Mages? They're not Destrolocks, that's all. Your dog has a business? Yeah, he's actually, he's a CFO in his own time. Chrono Mages healing by rewinding time. So if they did, in my mind, if they did like a bronze dragony thing, they could also add, I don't know why there's so many wiggly fingers, but I feel like they match the tone. They would also add, Chronomancers. So sort of like a caster. I don't know what kind of armor type they would wear. Somebody gotta wear mail sometime. So maybe they would wear mail, and they would have like a time rewindy healing spec. They would probably have some kind of like a time manipulating damage spec. But just range DPS in general, I feel like the game could use another one of if we're adding new classes. I'm not in a big hurry for them because they're such a pain in the butt for them to balance. And it takes them so long to get it right that it's not necessarily worth it. But I would enjoy another class with ranged healing and with ranged DPS and healing. That'd be cool. Mailorana, thank you for your gift sub. And congratulations to whoever got it. That monk looks good. Yeah, so the funny thing is I had a different Dark Iron Dwarf level 20 monk intended to be a Mistweaver sitting on my loading screen for months, and I didn't really play it because I had created it and I'd customized her and I'd logged on and gotten all her heirlooms set up and everything, and I just, after doing all that, was like, I don't really want to be a Dark Iron Dwarf Mistweaver. And then I looked through all of my other options and I decided that the race that I wanted to be a Mistweaver on hadn't been added yet. I don't know what it's going to be. I'll know it when I see it, but it wasn't added yet. So I was just kind of like waiting to make a Mistweaver. I mean, I already have a monk. I already have everything, except for Demon Hunters because melee. But I already have a monk somewhere. Where is she? She's a dwarf. She's a brewmaster. Yeah, I have a... she's got wonderful monk right now. I already have a monk. I could just spec this one Mistweaver and live my life now because she's level 114. But where's the fun in that? So, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, I thought it wasn't going to be a Dark Iron. And then I got impatient and decided yesterday / this morning that I'm gonna heal because it's that time of year again. So I took another close look at my options character-wise, and I decided not to be a panda. I almost like them, but it's just a little too strange for me. And I figured probably like an allied race, and I can make a nice looking void elf, but they're very like pointy for some reason. Void elves feel too pointy to me. I don't know why. So I didn't want to be a Void Elf monk, and I didn't want to be a Lightforge. No, they can't even be monks. I didn't want to be one, and I can't be one, so it's fine. You know, you didn't fire me, I quit. And then Kulturan was close. So with a Kulturan monk, I was playing around with customization, because that's what you do. And I got here, and I got... Which one was I using? One of the... I got there, and I was using that hair with the big fishtail braid, and then the really light blonde. And then... yeah, the silver earrings, but no necklace. I was kind of looking at that. I kind of like that, but I don't like it quite as much as I like the Dark Iron Dwarf that I ended up making, which is this one. Which was actually, I think, a random customization that was just on my screen. And I kept, like, going through the options trying to find something I liked better, but I just really liked that hair. I liked it in that color. I needed her to have face tattoos. So I think this is what I'm going to heal on. I'm going to be a healer, and I'm going to heal on this one. And that means I need to level her. So that's kind of my plan for the stream today. I don't know how long this whim of mine is going to last, but, you know, that's what WoW's for. Before I do that, though, I should at least, on my actual healer that I was actually going to play at least a little bit in Arena, I should go and do her 3 daily follower quests for my Lucid Dreams Essence rank up, whatever. It should be really quick, and if I don't do that now, I'm never going to do it. You guys are my supervision to make sure I do all my important chores. Soul Prison, thank you very much for the 3 months. Congratulations. Are you boosting or is she level 20? She is super level 20. I do not boost. I will boost if I am given a free one when I purchase an expansion. And that's more or less the end of it. Like, if I boost a character, it kind of kills the character for me. If I did not put in... I wouldn't really say sweat. Leveling's not that hard. If I didn't put in the slight amount of effort and time, really, if I didn't sink the time to level a character normally, then I don't really want to play it at max level. Same thing if I race change it too much, or if I faction change it, that kills a character for me too for some reason. So I don't do that. I have to level them normally. I should make sure I pick up my follower if I'm planning to be out here in order to level them. Oh man. Oh, it means random people unlock bonus emotes. I see. Hazel, I went to your oldest YouTube video because I wanted to see your OG vids, and I may or may not have lolled a little. man. I think what's more, like, I'm not really embarrassed of my old videos because they're awful, because that's kind of the way it works, you know? Not very many people, unless you have experience in a related industry or you're just some kind of a savant, not many people are going to pick up a new activity such as creating YouTube videos and be instantly good at it. That's fine. What I'm embarrassed of is how long it took, like how slowly I progressed. It would have been nice if I could have learned a little bit quicker. Like, I pumped out so many videos at the same levels of quality and upgraded things over time, but like very, very slowly. I really wish it, like, if I could have had my entire growth phase in like 2 years instead of 6, you know, I would be 4 years younger right now, and it would be better. Actually, I don't know if that's how that works. Tesmok, thank you very much for the bits. Let me, oh my gosh, I'm so behind. Scroll ahead to try and find your message. Happy Friday, Hazel. Happy Friday, Tesmok. How have you been lately? Did I do a quest? I did a quest. I don't know how, but I did one. All right, so we're gonna go do we're gonna get them their booze. Paris smells like a construction site. Monk healing is pretty fun. I don't thoroughly understand monk healing. I've played them at low levels before. I understand that it, like, I understand putting on my enveloping mist hot. I understand channeling soothing mist on people and getting the instant cast, Vivify, or whatever it happens to be. I get, like, the very, very, very basics of it, but I feel like I need more experience on it at a higher level before I can really say I know what I'm doing. Good at healing PvP. I think you'd be great at healing PvE. I think it'd be fine. There are slightly different setups for me. When I am healing in a PvE setting, I like to have entirely mouse over macros so that I don't have to click target anybody. I can just mouse over my frames and heal people that way, and I cannot PvP like that. On PvP, especially because there's only 2 people plus myself to heal, I can get away with using scroll targeting, which is faster and lets your mouse be other places, because I am a little bit of, I tend to noodle around a lot when I am stressed. I am a panic noodle. And I panic a lot when I am healing arena, so I end up with my mouse just like in somebody else's computer, you know, on a different network, on a different operating system. It's just like floating around in somebody's Linux file somewhere. And I don't know how to get it back, so it's best if I'm not trying to mouse over heal when I'm in an arena. I need some ocean-infused lager. Sounds salty. Is that a thing? There are things such as salty lager? Maybe I would enjoy that more. I don't know. I live around Portland, Oregon. Not in it, but not too far. And there's a big beer culture here, and I feel like such a fake because I can't stand it. I can stand it. I'll drink it to try it because I've never been offered the same one twice. But every single time I drink it and I go, yep, that's beer. Okay, I'm going to catch up real quick. Let's see. So far behind. Want a new ranged DPS? We haven't had one since vanilla, right? I'm with you on that. Song weaving, my fingers remember the pain. So what's the deal? I guess I'll figure it out. The deal with the super, super, super fast, like, cocained out little tiny birdie. That's a thing, right? Like, I swear I've seen Mistweavers heal, and they have this tiny bird that's just, like, strung out, darting all over the place. And it's always looked like they broke something. I've always kind of felt like my computer might be glitching a little bit because it doesn't really look like a natural intended graphic. But it must be good because I see it all the time. Dark Iron Dwarves look amazing. Leveling healers are definitely the most fun. So for leveling it, I am going to heal some low-level dungeons, but I don't know if I have it in me to exclusively heal low-level dungeons. I have lived that life before. I think I'm probably going to mix in a little bit of regular questing in a Windwalker spec, unless you guys think I can do enough damage as a Mistweaver spec to just stay in it. But I think it's going to be a lot faster. Like, I have all the heirlooms, so I can switch specs really quickly. And just be in Windwalker and know enough to just, like, punch a few quest mobs down. Because I'm of the opinion that for most of leveling, you're going to be a lot faster if you're questing these days. My plan was kind of to mostly Windwalker quest, but every time, you know, every couple of levels, whenever I feel like I've gotten a new Mistweaver button to do another dungeon just to kind of familiarize myself with the new button, because I am going to be kind of learning as I go a little bit. I feel like I go through the same healing phase. Best hairstyle. Part of the reason, and this is a very silly reason, but one I feel like some of you can probably relate to. Part of the reason why I don't heal, and I think why I always give up on it, is a little silly, but I don't want to be adhering to the stereotype of women who heal. It's a big stereotype in WoW. You know, people will give you a hard time about it. Not anybody I know, really, and I think that's why I feel more comfortable doing this. Like, I know I can walk into my guild raid and nobody is going to be seriously making fun of me for healing. But it's a thing that happens, especially in, if people know that you are both female and healing. And there's, like, sort of a counter pressure to not play into the stereotype. And I feel like sometimes women end up tanking or DPSing even if they didn't want to, just so that they're not, like, healer girl, you know? So I'm trying to work through that, because I recognize that's an irrational insecurity and it's not something that should play into my decision as to what to play at all. But it's definitely something that's concerned me in the past. Percolate, thanks for the 3 months. Appreciate it. Creative character names. I agree about the boost. The fun is leveling and getting new spells. Especially when it's on a class. Ooh, I'm going the wrong way. I need to go this way. Especially if it's on a class that I'm not super familiar with. I feel like I really need to get them one at a time. Tinker healing should be based on force fields. That would be all kinds of interesting. Maybe. I'm not really that into the Tinker aesthetic. I think I would prefer like a blood mage healer. I don't know if I would heal as a chronomancer either. That sounds like a little bit too technical. I just want to do blood transfusions on the field. I want to point at one character and then point at another character and with my open palm direct a stream of questionable integrity blood from one player into another player. Like, maybe that's how you heal. What if it's not even a healing spec? What if it's more of like I can take health from a healthy person, put it into somebody that needs help, and then the rest of the healers can, like, fix the overall total. Maybe you can just transfer health around and then buff people and then do damage or something like that. I don't know. There's possibilities. I think that's fun. Or at least that could be, like, a powerful spell that you could... it could kind of like Spirit Link, right? Like, Spirit Link does something like that. I just want that, but with more gore. I'm kind of at a point in WoW where I'm kind of bored, so farming mounts is the only thing I'm doing. Mount farming is nice because it's always there for you. You'll, like, unless you're some people, for the most part, you're never going to run out, you know? It's very hard to run out of mounts to farm. So as long as that's something that gets your boat motor going, maybe not your boat motor, that might be for something else, but, you know, works out good. This is the fastest quest. I love Bladesman Inawari quest. Where have you been all my life, dude? You know, now he's level 5, is that it? Yeah, he's level 5. It's just so nice. I was leveling Hunter Arcana because I wanted the mount, and I got the mount, and it's a great mount. Woo. But, like, I was leveling Hunter Arcana, and Hunter Arcana's quests are all right. You need to go into those prepared to do some stuff. I just got Ashes of Alar. Congrats! That's awesome. Anything you lose switching factions? I've been Horde, now I want to main Void Elf, don't know what to do. So, largely not really, but in practice there's a couple of weird annoying things that get kind of wonky. Argent tournament progress should switch, but I find it's iffy. Things like, you know, your faction mounts will be a little different, so some of them will convert and then some of them you just can't use anymore. And aside from that, not too much, really. I'm sympathy leveling a Shadow Priest. Been up about 22 hours with work. Just wanted to catch a stream before the weekend. Must say I'm getting tired. Go to bed. Panic noodles good with marinara sauce. I feel like if I was eating something called panic noodles, I would need it to be kind of an Alfredo sauce because I need to be comforted by, like, the creamy calories to get over whatever it is that made me panic. I'm never going to remember how to get into these caves. I've done these quests before. I've leveled this dude on a different character. Is it down here? Little Mac 85, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. It's the crane. Chi-Ji is the cocaine bird. I hate beer and wine. I stand out everywhere. I am teaching myself how to somewhat enjoy wine. At first, I was only enjoying sweet wines. And now, we had somebody over who left some wine. And I've been drinking it. And it's like a red Merlot. And it's kind of it's almost dry. It's sort of bitter. And I didn't like it when I started drinking it, but I've had a few nights worth of drinking it now, and I think it's grown on me. I think I'm into it. Mistweaver is fine for level and questing. One of the best healing specs, especially if you go with friend-foe macros. So my question is it within like 10% of DPSing though? Because if it's going to be slower, I don't really want to stay in Mistweaver just for the sake of it. Maybe I do. It depends on how much slower it is, I think is the thing. You know, I was complaining about not remembering where the entrance to this was, but I'm pretty proud of myself that I remembered without having to go look it up. Gay guy playing only healers. Yay, stereotypes. Do you remember, were you around back when I pugged into that arena group where that one dude said that one thing? Were you there? I can't repeat it. I can't say it again. So I should probably ditch this story because it's not going to be good and like almost nobody was there. But oh my god. I feel that. I feel so dissed. I was conned into Holy Priest main when I wanted to main a Warlock. You're not a healer girl, you're a pets girl? I feel like pets are just for everybody. I know just as many crazy pet boys as I do crazy pet girls. Cinder Gozer, thank you very much for the 3 months. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Oh man, medic spec for Tinkers? Fucking stereotypes because I can. This Blood Mage fantasy is getting awfully specific. Little do you know, I have like a secret locked room in my apartment that nobody's ever seen. I say that's a utility closet. It's actually just like a crazy person closet that has concept art hand drawn by me in questionable fluids taped up all around the walls. There's just like binders and binders of fictional backstory for this potential class that I sacrifice to every full moon to see if they can get to put in the game. All right, I'm done. I did them. I did my 3. I'm going home. I'm getting on my monk, and I'm going to live my best monk healer life. It's going to be great. They'll find something to joke about regardless. I mean, at least as a healer, you do hold the power of their life in your hands, so you have that option if they get too rough. Farseer Ori's quests super easy too. Mostly jumping on the water spouts. As a male, I exclusively DPS. I do this to assert my dominance over other players. Hang on, I gotta read. I'm not gonna read this whole thing out loud, but I gotta read it. That's pretty good. Oh man, you have to redo the war campaign. That's the important part. Oh, true, fair. Took 6 years, but I got the mountain Karazhan, the horse, the other day. Very nice. Congrats. Can't stay Hazel. Going out to dinner with friends and playing board games. Fun. Can't do red wine. Triggers migraines for me. Ooh, bummer. Hazel, do you know your analytics? I look at them when I have a question that they can answer for me. I'm a crazy pet boy. Dude, it's too late for me to change the merch designs, but imagine crazy pet boy. Nobody's wearing that. Nobody's wearing that. That sounds like it means something else. Okay, I'm getting on my Mistweaver. It's kind of warm. Do I want ice in this? What you know what I need to do is turn on my AC. Hang on. Yeah, it's almost 80 in here, and it's getting a little warm. I love the idea of a Dragon Age style Blood Mage. That's what I played when I played Dragon Age, or at least I played Dragon Age Origins. I didn't get into Inquisition. And I'm pretty sure I played a Blood Mage, assuming they were in Origins. This was a long time ago. I don't remember what it was like, though. Alright, so I already logged into her this morning. I set her up with heirlooms. I set her up with transmogs. So I'm wearing this intentionally. I set her up with spec-specific equipment set, so if I switch to Windwalker, it's going to put on my Agi stuff, and if I switch to Mistweaver, it's going to put on my int stuff in terms of weapons, rings, trinkets, cloak, neck. And yeah, so I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I have Tiger Palm, Blackout Kick, Jade Lightning. Sure, so you build up that and that. I spec'd into Chi Burst because it looked like fun. I don't know if it's good, but it looked like fun, and I feel like Mist Wrap is just too passive for me right now. I want more buttons. I'm lacking in buttons right now. Chi Wave might also be good, but I'm afraid I'm gonna pull stuff with it, so I didn't want to mess with that. Hero debuff is real. Seems reasonable. Can't do alcohol because I'm 16. You're not missing out on a whole lot. I remember when I didn't drink at all until I turned 19, which is the legal drinking age in BC where I'm from. I was such a goody two-shoes that I would not try it at parties. I would leave parties because I was like, you guys are underage drinking. I'm going. Well, I wouldn't leave, but I just wouldn't drink. And then I turn 19 and I go out and I drink. And I'm like, really? That's it? That's the thing everybody's losing their minds over? Good grief. Wine slushy. Hazel just got the Proudmoore Sea Scout. Very nice. What do you think? Worth it? Chi is the pick. Chi wave or Chi burst? Blood Mage was the one thing I never was able to play in Dragon Age Origins. My Hawk always picks the Blood Mage. Your Dark Heart looks so good. Makes me want to play a little Alliance, but I'm not a traitor. I am into the face tattoos. I think that's what my character was lacking before, is she didn't have any. I don't usually play with face tattoos because usually once you start to get helmets on, it's too much. But I feel like, especially with the asymmetrical hairstyle, I'm into this. So I'm going to queue for a dungeon, I guess. I'm going to start with that and see how it goes. Oh, no, not yet. I need mouse over macros. I need mouse over macros. Okay, let me take a look at what I got. You can do this with add-ons, but I just like to make 17,000 macros because it's easier. That's my, this is also a very quick tour through my weird macros section. / target unassuming chicken. Goodness knows what that's for. Cleaning dirty murloc socks. Targeting canal crabs. Apparently I also used it to target panic and tariff. That is my cyclone focus macro in this section for some reason. DE bracers. That was for the Argent tournament. That's my details toggle. / cast at focus at target. No, I don't want a focus macro. I want a mouse over. It's in here somewhere. That's a shift mod macro. And I could just like write it again from memory. There we go. This is the one I use. So it targets, it's got like a bunch of parameters just to prevent weird situations, I guess. I don't know. I got it off the forums. But basically what I do is I make a new macro. This one is going to be for Renewing Mist. I'm going to paste that in, and I'm just going to replace this with Renewing Mist. Good. And pop that in there. I'm going to do another one for Enveloping Mist. Is there a number limit to general macros? I don't know. I know there's a limit to character specific, so that's probably why I think my Druid is capped on character specific. So I think that's probably why I have her macros just randomly in the general section. Enveloping Mist, and make sure it's all spelled correctly because that is important. You'll know that it's spelled correctly because when you save it, it will gain the correct icon, which is nice. This one is for Soothing Mist. Let's put that in there. This doesn't take too long when you do it from scratch. Like if you're trying to set up an endgame character like this, it's kind of annoying because you have to do this for every targeted heal that you have. Vivify, that needs to be like over here, I guess. But when I'm low level, I only have like 4 targeted heals, so I can just do this, and then every time I get a new spell, I can just make a new macro for it, and I can just copy paste them from this section. So there's Vivify. Okay, why do I want a Rising Sun Kick? Is there a reason for that? I'm gonna put all of my damage buttons on this lower thing. I know that there is fist weaving, where you are doing melee damage as a Mistweaver and somehow healing. I don't really understand how it works. I don't think I get to mess with that yet anyways. Will you be playing Classic or not for you? I'm going to give it a try. I do not anticipate having a sustained interest in Classic. That seems out of character for me and not really playing into my interests or goals, but I'm going to give it a go. You know, I'm going to give it a chance to win my heart. I don't anticipate it's going to win my heart, but you know, I'll go on the first date. Alcohol way too normalized? I think that's probably true. Hazel is from Cataclysm. Hi Hazel, first time catching you live. Sup Silent Jester, welcome to the live show. I may be 16, I've tried it, shh, never again. Yeah, overrated. I'm not, like, I'm fine with, I feel like within limits, I'm not too uptight about it, but everybody's got to make their own decisions. What does a mouse over macro do? It allows me to put my mouse over top of either somebody's frame, their unit frame, or their literal character, typically the unit frame, or like party frames rather, and then press my heal button and it'll cast on whoever my mouse is over, as opposed to whoever I'm targeting. So that means that if I'm healing a party, I'll be able to show you, I'm just moving my mouse up and down over my party frames to change targets, as opposed to having to actually click on people. I'm gonna need party frames. So real quick, raid style. I like to do class colors. I like to pump the size of them, and then I like to unlock them and move them in roughly here-ish. And now I should be ready to go. So instead of having to click my tank in order to heal him, I could be targeting myself, and I could be mousing over the tank, and I'm still casting on him. And that's kind of a nice thing to have. I'm going to pick up this quest for, here we go. The tank has alerted me. Healer, stay alert, because I'm gonna rush as hell. All right, I'm here. I got you. We're going. I have, let's see, do this. I don't want to queue for Black Fathom Deeps. Why do people do that? Is that some kind of a misclick? Why do people queue? Do they just not want to do dead mines? Is there some issue with dead mines that you get into dead mines and you're like, nope, I would much rather do something else. Use war mode, level quicker as well. Does war mode do me any good in dungeons? I don't want to queue for multiple dungeons. Goodness. Rotting Ghoul just dropped, one of the last island pets I need. Congratulations. Very nice. First, fist weaving went downhill from Mop. That's what I thought in... wait, your actual mouse or your mouse pointer? So my mouse pointer. My cursor, as it were. By moving my cursor, I don't have to change my target. This is also very nice because then you can leave your target on the boss so that you can see things like the boss's cast bar, you can see boss's health, you can see boss's energy without having to look to a separate boss frame. I don't understand. I don't understand. Also, somebody is still not even in here. And I think they're the one that is queuing repeatedly. I think they just don't understand how to enter, maybe? I don't know. I'm addicted to a combination of click and grid. Oh man, I used to use grid. When I first got set up healing, it was Cataclysm, and I needed an add-on like that. So I got grid, and I configured it so that I would have very specific locations for all of my auras. I was playing Arrested Druid at the time, so I would have my Rejuvenation here, and I would have Life Bloom over here, and it was all very specific, and took like a lot of work to set up. And very shortly after that, they introduced this feature of the updated raid frames and the ability to use them in parties, and this really does everything I need it to. I have not used non-standard raid frames in a long time, because this kind of gets it done. Do you like using that over Voodoo or any other healing add-on? I think so. I have not, maybe my life would be changed if I got one of those add-ons. I've sort of tried them, and I don't think that they really offer me anything that is worth having to use an extra add-on for. I feel like this is a very comfortable and very clean way to heal for me. They probably offer other benefits. I was actually watching one of my guildies play. He had like a private stream up, and he had an interesting add-on. I don't know exactly what it was, and I asked him, and he didn't know. He's like, I don't know. But basically, on his cursor, there were icons for spells of his that were off cooldown. So as soon as like his Swiftmend came off cooldown, he had a Swiftmend icon following his cursor around, and that was kind of interesting. I used to use Healbot, but switched to LVUI and Voodoo. Just me or stream delay a minute or two? It's me that's delayed a minute or two. It's just me being very slow catching up in chat. I just don't want to skip too much. I've used grid and Mistweaver macros for years. I can't heal with click or Voodoo click frames. I don't like, personally, I'm sure it works great, but I personally don't like having click to heal, which is, as I understand it, the main appeal of things like click and Voodoo. I want click to be targeting, and I get confused if it does anything else. Maybe it heals and targets, I don't know, but I just want to mouse over and not click anything and then press my normal keybind. I want to have my normal keybinds for my spells because it's easier for me to learn them then. I just want my mouse to be for directing my spells, I think. Back in time for a Hazel stream. Sup, Curry? How you doing? This is going all right. I feel like I'm doing fine. I've remembered the basics. You channel your Soothing Mist. You can slap an Enveloping Mist on them. That's good. You can instant cast the Vivify as long as you're channeling. You look kind of cool with your posture and your green mist. I like the teal. I am on board with, I think my favorite color, if we had to pick one, it's somewhere in between blue and green, or maybe I can have both blue and green, but I want greens that are closer to blue and blues that are closer to green. I like those. They're good. Soul, thank you very much for the 3 months new badge. Congratulations. Also, Bradria, thank you very much for the bits. Let me see if I can find your message. Good evening, Hazel. Good evening. Oh, I should, I mean, my tank did warn me to stay alert, so maybe they know. Maybe I've queued into a tank that knows that I stream and also knows that I am chronically distracted while I stream. They're like, hey, lady, pay attention. You're healing. Don't let me die. Which is a fair thing to want. You can do that with weak auras. I think he got a package. He said that he got a packet, like some kind of a weak aura package or an add-on package or something from a streamer, so that might be what it was. Grail Knight, thank you very much for the 2 months. Congratulations. Cyan, is that? I always thought cyan was just blue, like just a basic, fairly bright blue. But I might be confused. My only source for that information is looking at the box of my printer ink when I'm replacing the cyan ink on my printer, which I've now realized. I put out sorry, hang on. The tank said stop using an axe, and he's talking to the warrior, and he says you're taking aggro because he's using an axe. Excuse me. He's arms, and he's wearing a sword. What? Also, I guess we're level 20, so it's okay that he doesn't have all pieces of the gear, but where are your gloves, man? Low level dungeons. Oh, man. Stop using axe. You're taking aggro. What? Goodness. Goodness gracious golly gee. Are you going to level as Windwalker when not in dungeons? I think so. I suppose I should try leveling as Mistweaver and just using my kicky punchy buttons and seeing if I can kicky punchy my way to victory. But if it feels slow, if it feels like I should probably just spec over to Windwalker, then I can do that. That's fine. I'm sure I can figure out enough of it that it's not going to be a problem. Hazel, how is your minimap add-on called? I know you already said, but I forgot. The minimap, so you want, if you want the one, you must be looking for the one that takes all of the extra buttons that would be on my minimap and then puts them into one shelf, like you see up here. That is minimap button bag. And when you're looking it up on Twitch or whatever, it's abbreviated to MBB. Minimap button bag. Axe aggro, right? That's not just like, I'm always, every time something like this happens, I always kind of do a double take and I go, wait a minute, is that a real thing? Have I not known this all these years? Because every now and then I do discover something that I just missed somehow for all of my life. But I don't think that's one of them. I thought monk healing was just slapping people till they stopped complaining about being sore. No, that's just getting a massage. I don't really get massages because I'm afraid of them. And they say, oh, just let me know if the pressure's too much, but I'm too socially flawed to manage that. I don't want to appear weak. I don't want to show her or him, but mostly her, that she has managed to hurt me. So I just pretend that she's not hurting me, and then I just exist while being pummeled for the 45 minutes or whatever that it was. It hasn't happened very often. After the first time or two, I was like, you know what? I'll just be sore. This is fine. I'll learn how to stretch. It's okay. Mistweaver does enough damage to level. Do they do as much as Windwalkers, though? Because it's not really a big deal to switch over. Maybe he meant Axe Body Spray. We stand level 20 dungeons. They're fun. This is always kind of like the honeymoon period of leveling at all, where you're just getting started. You just picked out your first Mog. I'm usually in one of these dungeons paging through my pet journal to try and figure out what pet I feel like matches my character. Although I've just realized I don't have any water. What if I go, ooh, I'm in trouble. Moonwatcher, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Appreciate the support. Sounds like a light, bright turquoise, not blue. Huh. Axe doesn't matter, but I've tanked for DPS who thought their taunt would increase their damage. Oh, man. I mean, I have a taunt. Maybe if he's mad at the DPS having it, I'll just take it, and then I can heal myself. We can share the tanking burden. I bet they'd love that. Good choice. I love my monk very much. I just love the colors and the vibes. I love the poses. I love the spell effects. I would love to be drinking tea and or brew in order to empower myself. I think that's pretty cool. So I think if I was gonna pick a class to heal on, I think this is it. And I also think Dark Iron Dwarf is right. I came up with, I don't really roleplay, so I'm never gonna like walk her into Silvermoon or Goldshire and start talking and say to people. I guess I should never say never. That's not my plan, but I do like to have in my head kind of like a bit of a character, or at least some character traits, or a vague backstory. So in my mind, she was a thug. She was a bodyguard. Not of any particular class specialization. She was just kind of like a bodyguard thug that did not speak. You know, the stereotype. You see them in, like, movies. There's, like, one person that's just muscle that does not talk. They might grunt at you, but for the most part, you don't know what they're thinking because they never say anything. So that was her. And then the Dark-Arn joined the Alliance, and she moved into Stormwind with some other people. And, she, you know, sat down with her advisor because she has one of those. You know, we're suddenly in college now. And someone asked her what she wanted to be, and she thought about it, and she's like, huh, I could be something. She didn't say that out loud, because she doesn't talk. But she thought that, and then looked around and saw a monk, and went, yep, that's what I'm going to do. So she's, like, learning how to mistweave, because she's decided that's her calling, but she still doesn't talk, and she is still kind of a thug. That doesn't really understand how to have any bedside manner when she's healing people. So that's kind of, like, the vibe I'm thinking for this character. I haven't picked out a title for her. Right now, that's a default title. I am a little afraid to do it while I'm healing, because I feel like it's going to be I feel like something terrible is going to happen the second that I've covered up their tank frame with something else. I can't get massages either. Having my shoulders grabbed, it triggers fight or flight responses and is uncomfortable. Oh dear. That would kill a massage pretty quick. Dungeons are my favorite part of the game, especially healing them. I have always preferred dungeon healing to raid healing, because in a dungeon you are typically the only person helping, so you feel like you have more control, you feel like you have more of the power, and I like feeling like my actions matter. I like seeing direct impact on the spells that I'm casting and the decisions that I'm making. So when I don't have that, because I'm in a raid and I feel like I'm just kind of tossing teaspoonfuls of water onto a giant fire, then I get bored, because I'm like, well, I guess I have to keep tossing teaspoonfuls because that's my job, but I would much prefer to just have, you know, a smaller fire, like, you know, just let me pour my teaspoon on a candle kind of thing. Monk is next on my list to make. I think they're neat. I can't really pass good judgment. I've played it for an hour. Normally I play Horde. Started playing Alliance Demon Hunter, getting to 120, and then going for Cult Terrans. They look cool, especially for Shamans. I love Cult Terran Shaman. I feel like with their casting animations, especially if you're playing, like, they're cool as Enhance, but their casting animations are so, like, sturdy and stable that they make very cool looking Ellie and Resto Shamans. Don't walk into Goldshire. I'm an adult woman. I'll do what I want. I consent. It's fine. Dark-Iron Windwalker, their transmog is... Hang on. Something's happening. Something's going terribly wrong. Tank is concerned about it. Glaswegian Punk Pub Brawler. Ooh, I like that. People in Dungeon and Raid Finder never fail to amuse me. When they were first adding voice chat to the game, like an actual proper voice chat to the game, I originally thought that it would be great to get into that in LFR just to see what on earth people were doing, because that's the one experience you really get when pugging in Overwatch that you don't get in WoW, is just having random people that you've never met before and will never meet again in voice chat. And there are some big downsides to that, but also sometimes it's very funny. So I was going to do that, and then I never did. The almost dead Reaper vehicle makes me very nervous, but I know it's just a vehicle, so it's fine. Oh, I haven't used Chi Wave yet. Thug Life, get her a hoodie. I would get her a hoodie if there was hoodie mog in this game. Imagine if we could model our own. I don't think they would ever add this to the game, and I don't think that they should. But imagine a world where we can model our own, and I can make new merch in real life and also put a little hoodie version of it into the game. Turn auto loot on? Ooh, good call. I forgot. Let's see. Controls. Auto loot. There it is. Good call. Monkey Brewster. Quite a background story. It's a little stereotypical, but I'm not an author. I'm allowed to use tropes. I hate the pressure of being the only thing keeping the group alive. In Raid, I'm part of a team that does so. True. I think part of my distaste for raid healing also comes from how much time I've spent raid DPSing, where I am competing on a meter in a roughly fair fight. Like, how much damage I'm doing relative to everybody else is largely up to me. And there will be variables such as my class and the fight. Some fights that people will have different advantages on, which is fine. But as a healer, there are meters, and you do compete. But it's kind of a, like, when I'm doing damage, somebody else doing more damage isn't really going to make me do less damage unless they've, like, killed an ad or something. For the most part, I have as much opportunity to do damage. But, the tank the tank has generated an heirloom axe. They want to get that axe aggro to compete with this axe aggroing DPS warrior. What game am I playing? Oh, man. I completely forgot what I was talking about. Oh, yeah. But when you're healing, if somebody else is doing a really good job, then there's nothing left to heal. And then what do? You're just bored. How would you like to be a shadow priest in a pug group with Hazel? What do you mean? You must not be talking to me. I am Hazel. I'm always in a pug group with Hazel. Well, I'm always in a guild group with Hazel. I enjoy healing in Overwatch, but healing WoW scares me a little. Healing WoW's fine. Take it from me, somebody who's done it for 32 minutes. It's fine. Don't even worry about it. You have far too much power, and you can wield it as you please. Oh, this tank's upset. Oh, man. Tomb of Sargeras is my favorite Mog for Monk. I'm gonna have to really dig for Mog. Like, once I get into higher level stuff, maybe I'll just wear this forever. Because, I mean, this is a vibe. But I don't... Like, first of all, there's less Monk Mog because it's a very recently added class. So you don't have tiers and tiers. I guess Demon Hunter has this problem worse. But you don't have, like, tiers and tiers worth of built-up tier sets to draw from when you're building transmog sets. And the other thing is they're leather, so that's awkward. And I'm a leather caster because I'm mistweaving, and that I want to wear skirts and or robes, and that reduces my options even further. So I've always struggled. That's one of the things that's kept me away from playing monks, is I've always really struggled to find transmogs that I like, and if I don't like my transmog, I won't play a character. I need to like how they look. I feel like there was an ad. You'll like the way you look. That was selling suits or something. I decided to heal for BFA, and I'm mad at how much I missed out in past expansions. Healing's more engaging than DPS and tanking. Healing is more adrenaline-fueled, and that can be very fun. There's more tension. The failure state is more directly connected to you, or at least more apparently connected to you, and that can make it really fun. Especially if you've got like a really hectic situation and you have to think on your feet. There's more dynamicness to healing. Tesmok, thank you for the bits. You always cheer me up, so worth it to stay up and watch your streams. Time for me to head off, get some sleep. Have a nice weekend, and good night from Europe. Good night. Have a wonderful weekend. I am really looking forward to mine. I think I have plans that I've forgotten about. I feel like somebody's going to tell me about something I agree to do, and I'll be like, oh yeah. But right now I can't think of it. I think I just want to like exhaustively clean my apartment. I want to vacuum the daylights out of it. I want to find every single rogue ladybug that is just wandering around the world. Not the world, my apartment, which is my world, and take them outside, because we have like a ladybug infestation happening lately. They got to be coming in from the windows. Our windows, for whatever reason, they have screens, but they don't seal all around. So if your window's open, occasionally a bug will get in. And lately, it's been ladybugs. All of them, all day. All day, every room, 3 or 4 ladybugs. And I need to go find them all and take them outside because they die if they stay in here. So, oh dear. I'll catch up in a moment. I gotta find them, take them out. And they're like annoying to shepherd outside too because they fly if you spook them too much. So you want them to like walk on your hand naturally, but they don't want to do that. They're too smart to walk on your hand. And then hang on, I'm gonna wait for this one. And then I'm going to wait for this one. I'm just going to be really careful because I'm not really familiar with how far my roll rolls. It's okay. I'm catching up. Okay, there we go. Now I'm fine. It's a good thing nobody needed any healing. Does Renewing Mist travel around? I thought it did. If it heals a target past max, it will travel to another injured ally. Yeah, that is nice. There we go. It moved. That's cool. I'm into that. I like that. Where'd my warrior go? Where'd my other warrior go? Oh, he's in the cannon, that's why. Whenever anybody's looks like they're about to die, they're probably just in a vehicle. It's fine. Yeah, Men's Warehouse. That's the one. That's what it was. Oh, no, he is in a vehicle. Okay. We're doing the cannon thing. It stresses me out. I see them, and they're at such low health. And the icon that shows me that they're in a vehicle and not just doing the regular thing is so tiny. It's there, but it's very small. Skirts hide the cool poses. Monks look so good healing in pants. Skirts hide the cool poses. Yeah, that's true. I mean, she's wearing pants right now, and I guess I'm not mad about it. Maybe I should open my mind to healing in a pants mog. You're right. I probably should take another look at it. Can you say hi to my wife, Lynn, please? What's up, Lynn? I hope that you are having a delightful day. The map add-on is Minimap Button Bag, MBB. How and where can I get your wall-hanging WoW canvas? So cool. You might be able to find them, like, third-party, second-hand, but I got them from Blizzard Gear, and they don't sell them anymore. They're limited runs, unfortunately. So unless you have a time machine, and you go back to the spring clearance sale, because they were on sale. That's why I bought them. I'm like, man, these things are no longer $55. They were like 20 or something like that. It was pretty good. Are they ladybugs or the weird ones that look like ladybugs? I think there's both. So what's the deal then? What's the deal with the ones that are like orange ladybugs? What's up with those? They look exactly like ladybugs, but they're like a little bit oranger, and there's tons of them. Are they not true ladybugs? Are they something else? Shadow Priest found the axe button too. Everybody's got their axes out. Axes for everyone. Grab them with marks of honor. I'll have to really take a good look. Something I like doing, and I'll probably do after this dungeon, is going through on a new character the sets tab, because it'll show you all the tier sets for your class, and then you can preview them on your character even if you can't get them yet. So I should probably try that out. Pants mog or bust. It was getting my Shadow Priest into pants. I mean, getting a Shadow Priest in pants is great and easy if you can find a shirt you like. There are lots of tops that are short in cloth, but you do have to do a little bit of digging for them. Healing and underwear, obviously the way forward. It is true, you can't hide all your mog now, so maybe I should just hide everything. I don't think that fits her character, though. She's a thug, not a nudist. Visual effects in Mistweaver are so beautiful. When do I get all the cool stuff? Because I have some cool stuff now. Also, I still haven't she-bursted yet. I should she-burst when he comes back. Where is he? Nope, those are just ads. They invaded Texas last summer. They're Japanese beetles, and they stain stuff if you smash them. Oh. That sucks. I haven't smashed any. They usually just crawl around on the walls and the windows, and if I catch them, I take them outside. Do they still eat aphids? Do they do the same thing? If I catch them, I take them outside, and if I don't catch them, they eventually just die, but, like, stay on the wall, and then I just vacuum them up. Ladybugs are the single insect I find adorable. I'm not too mad that they're invading my home, because they are kind of cute, and I can just kind of take them outside. I was out in the garage, and a giant scarab came flying in. It sounded like a bee and hummingbird hybrid, but flew like a truck. That's terrifying. That would frighten me. Asian beetles. They can bite the roof of the mouth. They also bite people. Oh no. I wonder if those happen out here in Oregon. I got a ring. My mage alt has a pajama transmog as a player called in a whisper. Get on board with that. Dudes, where do you get nice pajamas? Like, for sleeping, like the comfy ones. So I went through and toned down my wardrobe, and I got rid of things that were damaged or very, very old and didn't fit. And all of my things now are curated, and they're all folded real cute, and they're all in the drawers, and it's great. But I did all that to my pajamas, and I barely have any left. And I kept a bunch that I probably could have gotten rid of because they're very old and tired, and they're kind of holey. And I've been mending them, but they're very old and tired. I've had them for a long, long time. And even with the ones that I kept, my pajama drawer is only like a third full now that I've learned the new way to fold them. And I feel like I would like a few new sets, but I want them to be like really comfy. And I don't know where to get stuff like that, because I just read reviews on Amazon, and 4 out of 5 people say, these are great. And then one person says, these killed my dog. And then I go, wow, I can't buy those. Land's End? It sounds like a like a pirate-themed restaurant. I thought you were Canadian. I am. I am a immigrant to America. I am a permanent resident green card holder. Thank you to you odd people with your string. Oh no, the tank's gone already. It was mostly just the tank that was a little bit weird. And I am going to... Oh, I keep thinking those are bags that I can open that are going to contain stuff, but those are just the bags that my character had when I made her. I'm going to leave and take a look at some transmog sets. Inappropriate pajamas soon coming to mail time. I've actually discontinued mail time. I feel like it would be disingenuous for me to continue to solicit gifts when I barely keep anything anymore. I don't want people to send me things that I will most likely not keep because I'm just so picky about the things that I own. And that's not your fault, it's my fault, but I don't want to do mail time anymore because of that. Ellis Vagabond, thank you very much for the 3 months. Hey Hazel, love your streams and videos. Keep up the awesome work. I was just wondering, did you ever get a digital copy of The Eye of the World if you have not been reading anything recently? No, I haven't done that yet. I should. I've been rereading some of my own personal improvement books because I'm still trying to fine-tune my brain. But next time I'm on a fiction kick, I should try it again. I should just buy one. My neighborhood is having an infestation of black widow spiders. I had someone come and spray today. Poor spiders. With that, I can understand that. Like, around here at least, 99% of spiders are not harmful to people at all. But that's the one exception. We do have those, and those can be dangerous. So I don't blame you for that one bit. LL Bean? I was looking at LL Bean at some point because I needed slippers. And I heard that theirs were nice. But then I was reading reviews, and I can't decide if they're still nice. The orange ladybugs are poisonous. PJ's best place is online. Where, though? MeUndies? I want them to be, like, really, like, fluffy. You know? Like, if they're flannel, I want them to be fluffy. And if they're silk, I want them to be... Probably not real silk, because that's expensive. But, like, you know, nice. Like, you know, like, you're real excited to get into bed. I've learned how to... I went on a weird kick where I was learning how... I decided I wanted to learn how to make a bed like they do in hotels and, like, the military. With, like, the hospital corners and stuff. And I only really do it once a week, and then I just kind of sort of half fix it, so I would definitely get kicked out of the military. But when your bed's made and all smooth and pretty and stuff, and then you've got, like, the nice, exciting pajamas, and then getting to bed's just the best. It's just the best. Unbound leggings, rat hair vest. Hang on, let me put this set together, because I want to see what this looks like. Okay. Appearances. So, legs. Let's start with this. Unbound. Oh, it's not going to show me stuff I don't have. What about, you said vest. Rat hair. Do I have a rat hair vest? I don't. Bummer. Okay, never mind. I can't do that. I guess it was cloth. Or, yeah, it was probably cloth. Gotta go. Good luck with the stream. Loving the stream and vids. See you later, Adam. Have a great day. I like the pajama pants from MeUndies. I have been resisting ordering anything from them because they sponsor a podcast that I listen to, and I don't want to feel like I was advertised successfully to. I don't know why. They started off with camping gear. They have the most amazing bedding. Oh, okay. That does sound like up my alley. Kohl's has decent PJs. I really love... So every year for Christmas back when I lived at home, my mom would get me a set. And she would get them from different places, but she would always pick out, like, really nice ones. And that's where most of mine are from. It's just they're from Christmases that were a long time ago. I can give you a fiction kick. I write books. I mostly read nonfiction. Every once in a while, I'll start reading fiction, but then I feel like I'm wasting my reading time. Which I'm not. There's absolutely nothing wasting your time when you're reading for pleasure and you're reading fiction. That's a perfectly fine thing to do. But for whatever reason, I feel like I'm being unproductive if I'm not reading nonfiction. I don't know why. Comfy, cozy jammies. Orange ladybugs shoot poison up to 4 feet. Stop it! Stop it! I don't want to know that. They're everywhere. Do you know how many I've taken outside in the last couple days? Maybe they're not orange. Maybe I should just, like, squint my eyes and pretend they're red. All cloth. Oh, yeah, I was going to look at my sets. I was going to look at potential sets. So I'm level 22. You get 2 levels per dungeon at this level, which is nice. So let's take a look at potential gear. So that's Trial of Style. That's awful. I hate it. No. No. I feel like I gave her such a ridiculously specific backstory that I'm never going to find anything that I like. Although... Yo. Yo. That hat belongs at the cheesiest tiki bar, and you're probably cooking some kind of overpriced fish on it at your table. And it's not FDA approved. Oh my goodness. Okay. What else we got? This is alright. It's a little much. I don't really need all of the orbs. Ooh. Okay, those shoulders have to happen. The shoulders have to happen. I don't know about the rest of it. The belt is too much. I don't need my belt to go from my ribs down to my knees. No. Ooh. Oh, I love that. I love that. That's perfect. I think I want the Raid Finder version. But, I'm going to be doing it on Mythic. Oh, no, I want that. And that's perfect because I'm going to get that. Because when this character's 120, she can help me farm... Sorry, this thing is swinging so much. She can help me farm Siege. That's the look. That is the dream. Right there. I don't even need to look at the rest of these. I'm gonna, but I don't even need to. What else we got? Oh, yeah, this was the weird one where I thought they just didn't finish the chest piece. Also not mad at that. I like the stuff that covers her face but still leaves her hair. Let's see. So that was like Warlord stuff, so that's alright. That's awful. That's a no thank you. And when I say awful, I just mean subjectively. In my personal opinion. Well. You could put so much fruit on that hat. You could walk, and you're short too. You can walk around a party, just have grapes on that thing, and people will help themselves. I never look at Leather Mog. Oh, I remember that. Oh, God. Nope. Nope. Siege Mog's where it's at. You want non-fiction? Try Operation Paperclip. Oh, is that the one where people take a paperclip and they trade it for something, and then they trade that for something, they trade that for something, and then they have a car? Put the blanket in the dryer for 10 minutes before you go to bed? They sponsor most podcasts. One of those companies that does that. Appreciate you wanting nice sleepwear. I'm partial to cotton or flannel nightgowns. They say it's too 1900. That's like, you're going to bed though. Wear whatever makes you happy. Roleplay being in the 1900s if you want. We used to have house coats growing up that were, my mom had sewn them, and they were basically big it was like a floor length rectangular dress that had cuffed sleeves and neck with like that sort of scrunchy kind of 90s stuff, and the rest of it was completely fleece. And they were really warm, and they looked hideous. And that was kind of that vibe. Letting viewers suggest Mogs will be like when your older siblings dress you up. Do you have a specific fabric you want? I want like a few sets, and I'm not in a big hurry to do this because I can sleep just fine, so I don't need to spend money on this. I should be saving. But I want a few sets in different materials. So I want something that's like kind of silky, and I want something that's like fluffy flannel, and then probably something that's like a fluffy cotton. I got my PJs from Tesco, but given that I'm in the UK, that's probably not much use to you. Dude, I don't know anything about Tesco, but it's been brought up so many times, and that if I ever go to the UK, that's one thing I'm gonna do, is just go walk around to Tesco just to see what's up. I feel like if I ever go, that's like the opening scene to the vlog. Just like, huh, what is this? And I'll go, and I'll be like, all right, that's what it is. Don't know what to roll for classic. Stuck between priest or rogue. What do you think? Go priest. I feel like they're going to be a very forgiving class to level because you can heal yourself. And you're going to be a little bit less... it's harder for you to get yourself in like really rough situations, I think. Hazel does Mog makeovers for stream viewers. That's tough to do, though. Months ago, you recommended Minar's Wardrobe Helper, and I've been steadily increasing my transmog collection. Very nice. Oh, it was when the U.S. tried to catch Nazi scientists before the Russians. Oh, different book then. Different book. I'm thinking of something else. I can't share my resub in chat, but I've been a sub for 3 months. Grats in the 3 months. I can see your butterfly. Very nice. If you're in the UK and you don't go to M&S for PJs, you should just go to France. What's M&S? I'm a guy and I have a nightgown for sleeping. It's fantastic. I have a big night shirt that's like really oversized and kind of sad because I've had it since 2010, so it's 9 years old. But I got it at Disneyland. It's pink. It has a grumpy looking Tinkerbell on it, and the caption says, "Mornings aren't always magical." And I'm gonna keep that like forever. It's just like, it's so big and it's so tired that it's like a really comfy if you want to sleep in like a sleeping shirt. How long does it normally take you to level all the way? It depends on whether or not I'm streaming, because I'm useless when I'm streaming. But if I am just questing on my own, I can do it in like a week. I can do, well, I take big breaks. I'll do like 1 through 60 in a weekend, and then I'll take 3 months off, and then I'll do 60 to 80 in a week, and then I'll take another 3 months off, and then I'll finish it. I don't get sleeping clothes. It might depend on your climate. Around here, we get a nice variety, so we get very hot summers, and we get reasonably chilly winters, and like a little bit of chilliness the rest of the year round. So usually I find that if I try to sleep without pajamas and it's too cold out, I get cold. I need to have the warmth that goes with me as I cyclone my way around the bed. I got a face primer from, Mark and Spencer. From Mark and Spencer, it gave me a horrible rash. Oh dear. Warmer blankets. Yeah, but like you've got 2 people to consider. Or at least I do. So I can't just make like universal blanket decisions. My book shares the name as a political nonfiction book, but my book shows up before that other book. There you go. I use Power Rangers pajamas. I have all 7 colors. Dude, do you have, because I feel like you would, do you have day of the week socks and or underwear, but like socks? Because I feel like you would absolutely wake up in the morning, be like, Monday, time for my Monday socks. That's you. 100%. Okay, I'm going to take my midstream stretchy, well, I'm out of tea. It's also 4:13, so I shouldn't make any more tea. I have a little bit. Anyways, I'm gonna get up. I'll be right back. I will leave you with a camera that there is a fish just up above. He's coming down. There he is. Maybe he's not. You guys can talk. Talk amongst yourselves and the fish. I'll be right back. have grabbed a string cheese. Oh man, I like to use band t-shirts as PJs. My most recent addition is my Marilyn Manson tour t-shirt. Oh. I'm like weirdly bitterly jealous even though I'm not really much of a Manson fan anymore. But because, did I ever tell you this? That was the second concert I ever went to. I've only been to 2 concerts in my life. When I was a young child, or well, medium child, I went to see the Bare Naked Ladies with my family and it was magical. And then, it's a band. And then, when I was 16, for my 16th birthday, I went to see Marilyn Manson. And the concert was a little disappointing. It was like really loud. Which, you know, you expect that. But it was, like, also mostly noise. Even overall, the loudness, it was not as musical as I would have wanted. I don't know what I was expecting. But, and I paid so much money. And at 16, that was a big deal for me because I didn't have a job. So I spent, like, my birthday money to buy a Marilyn Manson band t-shirt. And it was lifted from my bag by the time I left. I didn't have it anymore when I left. I, like, lost it or somebody took it or something. But I was sad because then it was gone. And I've never really gotten over that. Kind of ruined the birthday. But it's okay. It's not like it was commemorating a great concert, so it's fine. These days, anytime a shirt has gotten a little too tired for my husband to wear, I usually just adopt those as sleeping shirts. So I have a few. I have like a Pac-Man shirt and a Pac-Man shirt from him and a Captain America shirt from him that I'll sleep in. I wonder if she still has pie. Pie's gone. We have ice cream. We bought ice cream to go with the pie, but then we finished the pie. So now we just have ice cream with no pie. And I'm trying to at least give it a few days before I bake something else, because if I constantly have desserts around, then I eat like a lot of desserts, and I feel like the universe needs to even itself out by me giving myself a break and just eating string cheese instead, apparently. Coffee time? When the bed is made, it's just one blanket with another blanket folded nicely at the foot. But come sleep time, my wife and I have separate blankets. That might work. I guess I don't know how many blankets my husband would prefer. I really don't. I know that sometimes I will, in my sleep, reject the amount of blankets that I currently have and just end up on top of my blankets somehow because I've been informed about it, but I don't know. The fish tank needs a photo of Inzoth behind it to make it look better. It wants an Ishara figurine. I won't do any figurines. That fish will sneeze and tear his fins, so he is only allowed to have the smoothest of plants and a moss ball. That's the only thing he's allowed to have. How tall are you? I am 5'10", so like 178 centimeters. Bare Naked Ladies was a huge letdown, false advertising. It was such a fun concert, though. It's true, there are no actual naked ladies. Bare Naked Ladies to Marilyn Manson? Yeah, that's my childhood. Have you thought about making a guide to all the 15th anniversary bosses? I don't think it's going to be needed. I imagine that when they put out the boss rush for the Deathwing mount, it's going to be tuned so easy that as long as you remember to queue for it, you'll probably be fine. I don't think that we're going to need a guide. I will certainly do a video when it comes out, reminding people that it's out and telling people what they need to do and what they can get and what it's going to look like. But I don't think we're going to need, like, guides. I want to do Westfall. Can I do Westfall? Is Westfall 20? Yeah, yeah, Westfall will scale to 60. Well, do I want to do Westfall, though? Maybe I want to do Duskwood. Let's go do Duskwood. That's a good place for a Dark Iron Dwarf. Alright, I'm going. Actually, I think I can fly there. Hazel, I am too hyped to see your new merch. I absolutely loved your 100K shirt. So excited to see what's next. I can't wait to show you. They're not, like I said, they're not done yet. And I want them to be done. They're not done yet. But it's going to be worth it. At least I think it's going to be worth it. Even if nobody buys them, I don't even mind the money I've spent on getting them done. Because I'm going to have mine. And I want to wear it. I am so picky now about the clothes that I want to have. And these are like the shirts that like I want to live life in. When I was first trying to figure out what kind of shirts to print on, what I did was I like went through my closet and my husband's closet and I picked out the shirts that were like the favorites, the ones that we wear all the time, that we like are sad when they're dirty. And they were all kind of made out of the same stuff. So I took that and I found the shirts that were printed on that. So they're like the super, super soft ones that you always want to wear. I went to see Bare Naked Ladies with my family. Sounds much worse than it is. I have such Bare Naked Ladies nostalgia. If I really want like a homesick Canadian moment, I'll just pump their greatest hits album. It's great. Level 22, leveling? Sure am. Also eating string cheese. It's pretty good. We love a Mistweaver queen. Good afternoon, Hazel and Chats. Anna Stalak, how you doing? I was at a Linkin Park and Chris Cornell concert. Wish I had money to buy a t-shirt since it'll never happen again. Band shirts are expensive too, though. Like, I don't remember exactly what I paid for my Marilyn Manson shirt that got stolen, but it was too much. That was the other reason I was sad. It was like, that was an expensive shirt. It was like $30 or $40 Canadian. Have you considered doing a Scarab Lord guide for Classic? Absolutely not. Nope, 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 nope. Are you going to BlizzCon or TwitchCon? BlizzCon? Yes. TwitchCon? Nah. Nah, bruh. I can handle traveling once per year, and BlizzCon wins over TwitchCon for me. I guess maybe eventually in like 2023, if I have sort of figured out how to travel effectively and still be able to make videos while traveling without just losing a whole week of my life, then maybe, if somebody else was flying me out. Traveling's expensive. You can just stay home. Stream at home. Home's great. My cat lives here? Okay. I want to try and do damage and quest while doing damage as a Mistweaver. I want to see what this is like. So I have my Tiger Paw, my Blackout Kick, my Sun Kick, and my Lightning. And I just want to see what it feels like. I want to see how quickly things die. I want to see if I feel like I should end up being a Windwalker for questing, or if I can do this and I'm not going to feel too behind. Because it would be kind of fun. I don't really plan on being a Windwalker, so it would be nice if I could stick to the same spec that I'm planning on being, but not like super married to the idea. Sure, I can make that my home. That's fine. I also need to pick out a pet. I need to pick out a pet that's going to be like her pet, because every alt has to have a matching pet. I'm a 117 Zandalari Feral Druid. I feel good in PvP against rogues. Finally, I found something good. That's nice. Liked your vlog today. Cracks me up that someone had the balls to create an LFG add-on for Classic. Do you think it's going to stick? Imagine if it sticks. I want to finish eating this. Hang on. We'll get back to this in a sec. We can have a little fish cam. Hazel, do you have any life experiences you are yet to experience but would love to in the near future? Life experiences that I have not yet experienced but I would love to in the near future. I want to buy a house. I want to be a homeowner. I'm going to regret that as soon as it happens. It's going to be the worst thing. It's going to be so stressful. I don't care. I want to be a homeowner. I want a yard. I want to be able to jump up and down and know that nobody's downstairs. I want to be able to play music in my kitchen and know that there's nobody behind a wall that is not, like, somebody that lives with me. I want to be able to remodel if I want. I want to be able to landscape if I want. I want a garden. Don't eat my cheese. How do you know? Don't eat my cheese. Don't eat my cheese. You gotta sniff the cat, like, right? Oh, you can't see. Right here. Yeah. That's the spot. Don't eat my cheese. Hey everyone, I can't sleep. Nice to see you online instead of having to watch on YouTube. What's up, Beetle Fang? Hope you can get back to sleep at some point. I saw the Fender Strat 50th anniversary back in 2004. That was amazing. Nice. Tragically hip over the Bare Naked Ladies. Oh, I'm gonna have to fight you on that. Although, I don't know if I like them because of their music. I just like them because I have that one really nice memory of them. I don't use VoD. No. I have mouse over macros. You're gonna see the Jonas Brothers. Damn, that should be fun. Which ones are they? Like, curly haired dude sang the cake song? That's the one, right? Yeah. If I had to live in a zone in Azeroth for the rest of my days, shut me up. Assuming that the war is over, set me up in Stormsong Valley. I want to have friends who have bees. I don't want bees. I want friends who have bees. I want to live with a beach view in a cottage with a little garden. It'd be great. Super cute. Lonely Fish is making me sad. He's not lonely. He just won. He just won. He is the sole proprietor of his domain, and he is very satisfied in his territory. He would be cranky if he had somebody else in there. It's not big enough for friends. Okami117, thank you very much for the bits. Let's see. I got a question. If you could make an expansion, what would it be about? Well, I would have said Old God expansion, but I think we're getting that. So maybe I should change my answer to something that we're probably not going to get and get a little creative. I want an expansion. Vampires. Sand Lane, vampires, blood mages, and you get diseased at the beginning of the expansion. Everybody gets diseased. You get different diseases based on stuff, either decisions that you make or like your class or something. And your disease empowers you, but also gives you a big drawback. But the power is equally great. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. Are you playing the new Diablo season? No. I have friends that are. I totally know people that are totally going to do that, but no. I feel like a lot of people are kind of leaning on that to fill the gap between now and Classic on Monday. And it seems like a good thing to do, but I'm, oh, I can just do this. This is fine. That's totally enough damage. Down. Diablo is too clicky for me. I do not like playing it because my hands hurt. And those are like a resource I need to preserve in my life. Disease. Scarlet Crusade, yeah, they can be part of it. Yes. They're trying to wipe people out, but they don't know who to wipe out because like everybody's diseased and some people are visibly diseased and some people are invisibly diseased and somebody vomits blood on people. Why do I want this so badly? Somebody vomits blood on people to damage them. Vampire expansion sounds viable. It can be playable Sand Lane. Yeah. Right? Wouldn't that be cool? Hazel's expansion be that cleaning up your bank storage and void storage. Dude, you get damage bonuses depending on how clean your color gradient is of spells. So, like, if you have a perfect rainbow of icons on your bars, you do more damage. This is why I don't have a development job. I mean, one of the reasons. There's quite a few. Another game, something not from the WoW universe? I don't know. We've had Blood Plagues before. We've had Sand Lane. We've had vampires. I don't think it's that out of the ordinary. We like randomly got pandas once, so they can do anything they want. Sounds like ESO. Disease expansion, fun. I feel like you could have Contagion be a cool aspect of it. Like, maybe some diseases are preferable, and you could get a disease from another player. You could trade your disease. This game is such a PR nightmare. Nobody's gonna make it. Trade your diseases in World of Warcraft. Communicable illnesses. This is so gross, right? It's just gonna be like massive trigger material for people that have phobias of communicable diseases. I play a Warlock. The only buttons I really get are purple and green. Let Hazel lead the next expansion. Oh gosh, that would be such a mess. It would like, if you want to kill WoW but like kill it spectacularly, you put me in charge. Oh, Kami, thanks for the bits. Vampire the Masquerade, that one thing that caused WoW to have a hard reset and give research to infectious disease doctors. Yeah, the thing that we well, kind of, yeah, the Blood Plague event from, what was that, like a something launched, something Zilgarub or Gurabashi, or there was some, it was before I played, but I read about it on Wikipedia. STDs or BOP. Research player? Yeah, the Hakar disease, exactly. You could have that, not necessarily like come back specifically, but have the contagion aspect as a sort of like a design framework for how you might trade these diseases. Chinese would be one big sensor bar. A market for the cures, sure, yeah. You could have like temporary cures, or you could have permanent cures, but permanent cures would probably be like really expensive, and maybe they would involve doing deals with whatever power diseased us in the first place. Like, you do a deal where you where you give something up to get something else. I don't know. I'm interested to see where they go, because WoW has this really fun thing they've been doing since, like, Legion, basically, where they are totally down to add a crazy system like artifact weapons or Titan essences that is very much intended to be one expansion long. So they can do a lot wackier, they can do much wackier things because they're not committed to it forever. So if you did a disease system like that, it would be fine if it was a little weird because you're only stuck with it for one expansion. It still can't be broken, otherwise people will cry doom a lot and you'll get the situation early in BFA. But, you know, you've got a little bit of leeway to mess around. Morgwin921, thank you for the bits. Appreciate it. First time here, sorry if it's been asked. Are you going to play Classic? I'll give it a whirl. I will give it a go-round, looky-loo. I'll try it. I don't plan to commit to it. I don't really have any plans to adjust my normal schedule in any way. I'm going to play on launch. I'll do an afternoon stream on Monday. I will get my Dwarven Priest up and going. I will assuming that we can even log in, I'll get her up and going. I will probably be massively frustrated with the competition for quest mobs and for herbs, and also with my bag space, so that'll be a stream. It'll be some content. Trading diseases like battle pets? Gosh, I want them to add pet and mount breeding so badly. I want pet and mount, like, we already have pet taming, so I want mount taming, and along with it, I want breeding. Because the problem with pet taming, right? Like, wild pets. You know, you go out in Elwyn Forest, you find yourself a bunny rabbit. It's a gray bunny rabbit. Its name is Gray Bunny Rabbit number 7. And you get it and you're like, great, I have a gray bunny rabbit. And it's not that exciting because it's just a recolor of a pet you already have 17 versions of. But what if, instead of just having that to be your Gray Bunny Rabbit number 7, you needed a Gray Bunny Rabbit number 7 to breed with a Speckled Bunny Rabbit number 4 to try and get a rare Shiny Bunny Rabbit number 2? Like, and I feel like you could easily, if you were going to add in mount taming, like pet taming, you would end up with a situation where they're fairly basic models that have recolors. But if you could then breed, like, maybe train them, but breed them together to have, if you could breed them together to try to get new colors, that would be wild. I would be super into that. Feebly Deceptive, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Azeroth becomes a post-apocalyptic world like Mad Max for 1x back. They've done quite a few zones that are sort of, I mean, well, Cataclysm was very much, you know, in Apocalypse. And they exercised, I feel like, that fantasy in quite a few zones. Tinker's next expansion, yay or nay? I feel like they're a possibility. I don't want them. I'm sure they're fine. I respect other people's desire to want them. I won't be mad if they add them, but that's just not an aesthetic that appeals to me. Just went and got the Francois pet. Fun. Congratulations. Mount taming like in WoD. Mount taming like in Black Desert Online. Although WoD did, well, WoD had the garrison stables. You're right. Let's think about that. What did that do? That was like a series of quest lines that it unlocked. I don't want quest lines. I want to find them out in the world. Not like in a predisposed spawn location. But like we find wild pets. Where like, oh, this zone has these types of horses. I just want Black Desert Online. Like my favorite parts from that game in this game. Which is a very uncreative but fairly normal thing to want, I feel like. New secondary profession, breeder. Ooh. Yeah, I could see it. Especially as a secondary. Breeding the Iron Starlet with the Alec plushie, there would probably be limitations. You're just gonna rip your plushie. Hazel trying to invent a rabbit mount again? More or less. Hello, Hazel. I just wanted to say I love your streams, even though I don't catch many live. Enjoy watching the VoDs while I'm playing. You calm me down a lot. Hope you have a nice weekend. Aw, thanks. Those are super cute emotes. Cowboy expansion. Oh my goodness. Wild West is a theme that I don't think we're getting in WoW, but what a year that would be. You have me stupid excited for this blood mage. That's the real pain of speculating, is that you get kind of into ideas and attached to things that are like super not happening. But man, wouldn't it be cool? It's fun to imagine. Need a squirrel mount? I feel like they could add a squirrel mount one day. I could see it. It would have like a really big tail. What if you don't even ride the back of the squirrel, you just cling to the tail? Like, the squirrel's running around, and your character just has both arms wrapped around the squirrel tail, and it's just flying along behind it. Is that too far? Is that too much? I feel like that's the kind of thing that they add as a temporary mount inside of, like, a dungeon, because it's too ridiculous to have everybody riding them around everywhere, but that's kind of cute. Hazel, good for the blood pressure. I would like a house or building I could have and customize from the raids, dungeons, other achievements I've completed. That was a repeated topic of discussion, I feel like, among things that people like to request, is player housing and or guild housing. And I don't think they're gonna do it anytime soon, just because we've kind of tried with, we've kind of had versions of it with the garrison and then the order hall. But maybe they could take lessons that they learned from the garrisons in the order hall and make those into something really cool, because it's definitely a very heavily requested feature. Lots of people want customizable housing. I would love it, but I would want it to be very much expandable, but basically cosmetic only. Let me set a hearthstone there so that I can get rested in it, and let me, like, decorate it. Don't let me do anything else. Don't let me plant flowers. Don't let me catch real fish. Don't let me, like, pick up my daily quests or anything. I want to go out in the regular world for most things. I just want, like, a fort. I just want to decorate a fort. J. Gombi, 18, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. The stream title should be What If with Hazel. Garrison, yikes. Well, that's the thing, is that garrisons were great on paper. They were really cool and fairly well received for the first, like, month and a half of WoD. It wasn't until we realized how isolating it was and how little else there was to do that they became, like, you just burned out on them really quickly. Especially at first, when the original concepts were, like, allowing you to choose where you were going to build it. It was a really fun thing. It's just, they ran, I mean, I feel like they bit off more than they could chew with how many different building variations there were and how intricate they wanted the buildings to be. I feel like if you do regular player housing, you make it pretty sparse architecturally. Maybe you can have a couple of different options people can unlock of, like, different racial basic architecture they can have, but just have it be like a gazebo or two. Don't build an inn and a stables and a barracks and all of these things in these styles because it takes too much effort. And instead, let people customize things like, I want a pond and I want to get fish and I want to put my fish in the pond. I want to grow trees. I want places to display my armor. I want, you know, stuff like that. I want to be able to put tapestries on the walls or, like, rugs on the floor, that kind of thing. Decorating isn't a fun thing for me in gaming. What if the fort had a pen for your favorite pets, like the garrison, but better? That would be fun. That would be neat. I want to be able to, like, decorate, you know? Get furniture. That's the whole thing, and then you can have an extra profession for it. Again, something I don't think that's going to happen. But for me, if I'm playing an Animal Crossing game, that's the big appeal, is collecting and assembling. It's basically interior design, the game. You know, you're, like, collecting the furniture and stuff and then assembling things from that. So I don't think that player housing customizably should be necessarily about the buildings. I think it should be about the things that we put in them. And those, I feel like, are easier to build out a repertoire of options for people to collect, because we already have so many amazing set pieces in the game. If you go look around, like, the posh area of Borealis, you're gonna see so many cool pieces of furniture that I would love to be able, like, you could have some as gold sinks, you can have a profession that crafts them. Hazel wants Stardew Craft? Yeah. I only play WoW. WoW keeps me from playing any other kind of game that I could possibly... Sorry, that was a bad idea. WoW keeps me from playing any other game that I would be spending my time on. So I just want to take all of the things that I love from other games and just cram them into WoW, whether or not they make sense. And it's fun to speculate because I don't have any actual power, so it's fine. If I had power, it would be concerning. That quest, I think I already picked it up. Oh, Kami, thank you for the bits. Who do you think in the WoW are the top 10 worst couples? Lore characters or random NPCs apply here? I don't know if I could think of 10 couples off the top of my head. Let me just think of how many couples I can think of. So I don't think I like most WoW couples, honestly. They're too... Ugh. Maybe I just hate love. But so, okay, Malfurion and Tyrande have been together for, like, forever. And, like, he is so needy. You know, she she like steps out for 10 seconds and he's all, Tyrande, I need you, and then like turns into Mario, and then he goes and gets himself kidnapped, and then she's like, I must find my love, and it's like, oh god, I wish they would break up. So there's them, and then there is who else we got? Mancrick and his wife, and you know that happened, so R.I.P. Who else is alive? Jaina's got real rough luck. Her and Kalikos are too damaged. Kalikos deserves somebody happy. And Jaina needs to figure out her life before she can just go putting her angsty brain on somebody else. Laria and Terralion, I don't know too much about them. That's kind of fun because it's like, you know, they've managed to be together for a long time without getting whiny about it. And they also have some tension in their relationship because of her shadow thing. So that's kind of fun. I'm down with them. I really wish that Anduin and Rathian were in love. We could call them Rathuin. Imagine, because I was talking about my guild. I was talking to my guild about this the other night. I think that Rathian as a love interest, dead serious. I think that's what Anduin's character needs, because right now he's a little bit too much of a goody two shoes. He never really makes any morally questionable decisions. He gets like sad when he has to do war stuff, but he's always making the best call that he can. And I think that falling in love with somebody that is making morally great decisions and having to grapple with that would be a much more interesting thing for him than what we've seen from him so far. Thrall and his wife, oh yeah, they're fine. They can get like Better Housekeeping magazines and you know, buy tea towels together on weekends. Who else is there? What are you guys saying? They're setting him up for Talia 4 Dragon? Oh yeah, true. I need that Anduin Rathuin all the way, right? How did that ship start? Did I miss something? Oh, I'm just wishing. I don't think it started anywhere. It's the best ship in WoW. I mean, they did have interaction in MoP. That's true. They had like some nice buddy moments in MoP. And Anduin is just single. I don't think he's necessarily like. I feel like he had a female love interest in the Shattering, I think. So I'm just wanting things. The stream's gone too far. It would make for an interesting couple. I should probably quest a little more. Yeah, we got a few minutes left. Oh, we get to go do the Hermit Tower. I love the Hermit Tower quest in Duskwood. Duskwood's a great zone to quest in. Talia and Flynn? Ooh, fun. Yeah, they're cool. They're cute. Flynn is just such a character. I hope we keep him forever. He's so funny. I want him to give me my world quests until the end of time. That's the best part about being Alliance, is that you get to listen to Flynn tell you what to do instead of having to listen to Nathan Knows tell you what to do. Much better. I know you watch Hazel's streams. Kill off Anduin to make Sylvanas the new Alliance leader. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Sexual tension between Sylvanas and Gen? I don't think that's... I think that's a different kind of tension. I think there's tension. I don't think that's the kind you're thinking of. I want Anduin to be shook when he sees Rathian's new model. Oh my gosh. Alternate universe. I need somebody to be a YouTube creator. Cosplay Anduin as a YouTuber making a react video to Rathian's new model. Jaina needs the right woman to walk in? Maybe. Jaina, I feel like, needs some time and some therapy. Jaina needs a mental health professional. She needs, or at least a friend. Jaina needs a good friend who is on a level with her status-wise and mentally, because I feel like a lot of the people she hangs out with, she doesn't have a lot in common with, or they are either above or below her on the general power tree. And I feel like she just needs a good bestie that's not going to get vaporized by a mana bomb. Oh, Kami, thanks for the bits. OMG, yes, we need that. Anduin x Rathian. Is Jaina Katy Perry? I don't know. Maybe. Thrall is her saving grace as a therapist, not a partner. Yeah, but like her and Thrall, I get the therapy thing, but there's like some extra tension there that's gonna make a relationship, a friend relationship, tough because of the whole faction thing. Maybe if we really do blow all the factions off and just have them be able to be besties in a bar without anybody giving them weird looks, then her and Thrall can really talk it out. Do you think we need more LGBT characters, or is my sad by heart projecting? I think that I want them. I know not everybody does. This is going to be a divisive topic somehow. I just think that statistically, there's so many characters in this game. It's a little weird, especially when we know that Blizzard is not against doing that in their other IP. I think that, sad as it is, I think the reason that they don't do it in WoW is because the WoW audience tends quite conservative and would just freak out for no reason, which is sad, but I feel like that's the reason. Maybe not. But they've always been very light-handed with that kind of thing in WoW specifically. Don't get mana bombed. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's part of the reason why she doesn't make friends very easily anymore is because they kept getting blown up. So it's a rough life to live socially. I don't think I could respect Thrall and Jaina. Thrall's married with kids. Oh, no, I don't want them to be together. I just want them to be buddies. I want them to be like besties slamming down shots at the bar on a Friday, just like complaining about their lives. Fairly new to WoW. Who is Anduin's mother? I don't know. They did it with Soldier and Tracer. We believe in you, Blizzard. I'd really like a major LGBT character in WoW. That's part of why I wanted Anduin. I don't like, he could very well be bi. I just, I feel like it'll be a little, I feel like I want it to be a fairly visible character. And there aren't that many options for fairly visible characters. That's all. Tiffin? She died to a rock thrown at her head. Ooh, rough. Malfurion was awesome in the Terror of Darkshore cinematic. That is true. That did redeem him for me a little bit. Make a new character? Queen Tiffin was Anduin's mother, an uprising caused by Lady Katrana's manipulation. I must have missed a lot of the backstory. I also must have done the quests out in the Hermit Tower without noticing it all. I don't remember going, but I must have, because they're done now. And now we're heading to the gardens. I am very pleased with the speed of leveling damage on my Mistweaver. I am pretty happy with this. I was concerned it was going to feel really slow, but I can pretty much just like... So we go punch, kick, and it's dead. I imagine that's going to slow down at some point. This is probably due to heirlooms. It's probably not going to keep up forever, but it's very nice. This is a level of leveling that I can live with. Malfurion got his shiny moments in Warcraft, so I'm not mad. I wish he would be as badass as he once was. It was just his character in Legion just lost me. I mean, I'm too picky. It was great. It was a perfectly valid arc. He felt valid things. He said valid things. He did valid things. It's fine. It's just not inspiring. I don't know. I'm interested to see where we go with things. I think that 8.3 is going to be cool, and I really think 9.0 is going to be cool, and I hope we find out a lot more about it at BlizzCon. I want BlizzCon so bad. It's like 70 days away. That's what you want from your healer? Someone that does whole sections of questing without even noticing? I mean, these quests are... I probably just like went there and talked to the dude and came back. Yeah, you don't need to pay attention for that. We're good. So, now that it's like a little later in the stream, what you guys making for dinner? Any fun plans? I am out of all the things that I wanted to make and eat. I almost want to order pizza because that sounds really good, but I should avoid doing so because I have the stuff for salmon burgers and I have the stuff for a stir fry. And what else do I have? And we do our grocery shopping on Monday, so usually by Friday our options are whittling down. Baking fish? I had the firecracker salmon. Ooh, that sounds good. That does sound good. I had a moment this week where I wanted garlic toast so badly and I didn't have anything handy for a meal that would go with garlic toast. And I ended up just making garlic toast with mac and cheese and having a smaller serving of mac and cheese so I didn't feel so bad about having carbs with a side of carbs. I probably should have just made a salad. Just garlic toast and salad. I don't know why I didn't think of that. But maybe I'll do that. I really like cheesy garlic toast and then a big salad. Spinach salad. I think it would be kind of nice. I don't have this, but if I had like oranges on spinach with like a vinaigrette and like a little bit of feta cheese. That sounds kind of good right now. Do you own the World of Warcraft cookbook, Hazel? I sure do. And it's delightful. I have the WoW cookbook, and then they also put out a Hearthstone cookbook that is half like bar food, snack food, and dessert recipes, and then the other half of it is drink recipes, like cocktails. And I need to try some more stuff from that. I should try to make the pudding, because I want chocolate pudding. I like chocolate pudding. I should make mug cake today. I have vanilla ice cream, and I couldn't think of what to make with it. I should make So like I mix up like a little bit of chocolate cake batter, just like a cup's worth, and I put them in a mug and you microwave them, but only halfway, so that it's like half cake and half like molten fudge, and then you put the vanilla ice cream in it, and that's happening today. Oh, Kami, thank you for the bits. Who would be a better ship, Lady Liadrin x Lorthamar or Thalisra x Lorthamar? Pros and cons of each, both Hazel and chat. Ooh, I don't know anything about Lady Liadrin. She yells a lot when I fight her in Warfronts. I would like her with Lorthamar because I want Thalisra to be lone forever because I'm mad at her for betraying me and going to the Horde when I ground so much rep with her in BFA, in not BFA, Legion. Too depressed to make food. You should try to get something together. I know it's hard. How often do you dye your hair? 10 to 12 weeks or so. I get it touched up. You got to go to get your roots, or do it yourself, but you got to get your roots done so that you don't get banding, I think is the thing we're trying to avoid. And whenever we bleach my roots, we usually just dye the rest of it. That sounds delicious. Just made tostadas at work, chilling in a recliner, watching you play WoW. How do you like your recliner? Do you play games in it, or do you just like watch media in it? I've done a lot of thinking recently about chairs, because in our home, furniture-wise, we got a couch. It's a cheap IKEA couch, and I love it because it's comfy, and I can clean the slip covers really easy. We got a bed. That's where we sleep. I have a chair. I'm sitting in it right now. He has a chair. I reviewed it once for a company, and then they didn't leave me alone for 2 years. And I have a stool that I drag into the kitchen when I'm baking streaming, and I just need to sit for a while. Oh, and then we have a really garbage, trashed extra office chair that sits in my living room as extra seating, even though it is such garbage. It's falling apart. It's hideous. But we need the extra seating whenever somebody comes over, and I don't want to replace it until we move. I'll replace it when we move. But I've been thinking about chairs because, you know, we just have office chairs around here. We don't have like an actual like comfy sitting chair for like sitting and relaxing. And I feel like it would be nice to have in the bedroom like an accent chair. So maybe you could have like a reading nook, you know. I like reading, so it might be nice to read in a chair. But also mostly I just want a place to put my clothes if I'm not ready to wash them yet. And I might wear them again in a bit. Like if I'm taking a nap, I don't want to fold my clothes and put them away. And I'm not like going to wash them. So I just want to put them on a chair for a bit because putting them on the floor seems silly. But that's what I have to do because I don't have a chair, you know? I have the ultimate gaming chair, a $500 recliner. It's awesome. Very nice. I want to be Hazel and make a good decision, but pizza is calling my name. I mean, garlic toast and cheesy garlic toast and salad is not that much healthier than pizza. Just have some salad with it. Do you have a hotel reserved for BlizzCon? Sure do. Hotel done. Flights done. Ready to go. Can't wait. Super jazzed. Elfies are stinky. Probably. I imagine most people in WoW stink. I have not seen that many showers in this game. Do you think they'll make a BFA cookbook for BFA recipes? Doubt it. No. The recipes were not very expansion specific, and I feel like they've pretty much made about as much money off a WoW cookbook as they were gonna, and it would be more of an investment than it's worth for them to commission another one. Talisra is a traitorous banshee. I'm glad we're on the same page. I know that she had her reasons, and whatever. It's fine. I'm over it. I didn't want to be pals anyways. It's fine. Share the chair. What, the trash chair? It's not like, it's fine. It's just really squeaky, and like the leather is like falling apart, or well, it's probably fake leather. That's probably why it's falling apart, but it's like chipping, and it's got like the top of it's all torn up where the cat climbed it. It just doesn't look nice. And I guess I also want a comfy chair for the living rooms to like sit in if we're watching TV, or like a place to read, I guess. You won't wind up sitting in that chair. It'll just be the laundry chair. Well, I have like a laundry basket, and I have places for laundry that is clean or dirty. I just want a place for very temporary laundry that's in between, you know? Little laundry chairs. Also, whenever I see people that have like designed a bedroom, there's always like an accent chair, and I'm like, well, that's cute. How much of a grown-up do I have to be to get an accent chair? My PC is in a cinema room, and I have a swing-out monitor from the wall, or I can use the big screen. Ooh, that's nice. That's kind of a dream of mine, is to have my work studio. And this is like so excessive. I don't think I need to do it. But to have like my office where I have this set up for streaming and gaming and recording and editing and just working. But to also have like a second computer setup in like a media room that also has like a console and a TV and a couch and a place for me to like go and play games and hang out that is not a workspace, just because as it is, I spend so much of my life in this room, and it can be hard to differentiate mentally between when I am working and not working, because I'm playing WoW in both of those situations. So I end up doing recording when I'm supposed to be relaxing, and I end up relaxing when I'm supposed to be recording, and it's rough. Natalie, or Nathalie, not quite sure. Nathalie, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Appreciate your support. Same, I'm so excited. I like the honesty of actually planning on storing your laundry on a chair. I mean, I'll lay it out nicely. It's not going to be like a whole load of dirty laundry on the chair. It could also have like a little, I guess it wouldn't have a shelf for books because my books are all digital, but maybe like a little charging station for me to, like a shelf with a little charging station and then another shelf above it with a plant because more plants. But a little place for me to charge like my watch and my phone. my tablet. When do you think Blizzard will release the Battle Pet Go app? Ooh, 2020, late 2020, late next year. If I'm stabbing a guess, I'd say that the first official Warcraft affiliated phone game is going to be late 2020. Thrift stores with furniture, a good place for affordable and flamboyant accent chairs. Otherwise, the cool ones in Wayfair and Amazon, $800+. Yeah, especially because I don't need it to be crazy comfy. I guess I would like it to be comfy enough to like sit and read for a while. For peoples whose work and relaxation space is the same, you could set up different profiles on your PC with different colors and setups. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. My profile right now is night mode. Everything is just as dark as I can make it so that I don't have to look at too much light stuff. Warcraft pet phone game, it's not confirmed. It's not an announced thing. It's not a confirmed thing. I don't know anything special. I don't talk to anybody. I am too shy. I just accept things if they offer me stuff, which is not often. So I don't have any info or anything. I imagine that it's likely that they're working on mobile games for most of their franchises. So I think odds are good we're going to get a Warcraft one. Pets is a safe bet, either a Pokemon Go style one or some kind of a pet companion app. Although, are they really going to do a pet companion app? People don't like battle pets as it is. And then I'm just guessing based on like the rumors of when we've heard when people are working on them, probably next year. It is stupid o'clock in the UK, so I'm going to have to go to bed, get some sleep. Keep things like social media or fun websites inaccessible. I've actually completely basically gotten myself off of fun websites. The only thing that I really do for entertainment online is YouTube. And it's part entertainment and part inspiration because I like to try and watch videos from creators that make videos that look like I want my videos to look. So like tech creators that make like really sharp videos with well-filmed segments and like well-structured stuff. I like to watch that because it gives me ideas about how I can make my stuff better. Gia, thank you very much for the resub. Congratulations on the 3 months. It's so exciting that we're getting people with their butterflies now. Fun. Will you announce the pet mobile game at your Blizzard booth? Oh boy. I want them to bring back the mobile auction house. They've talked about it ever since Diablo Immortal. We don't know how they changed their plans. Diablo Immortal, I feel like they're just going to kind of ride out the PR storm and it'll happen anyways. It's not even a Blizzard direct thing. Like they're working with, what, Tencent to make it? It's contracted out. I love those emotes. I wish I had the money to sub. Do you have Amazon Prime? No, we're actually getting new emotes soon. I saw some sketches. They are very cute. I think this week. Netties, that's what it was. This week, I think I should have some finals to upload. So that'll be cool. We'll have a couple new Hazel emotes. In any case, I am done for the week. Thank you very much for watching. Go check out my video if you like watching videos and you want to watch me talk more. I put out one today. I do that sometimes. Promise. What else? I will not be streaming tomorrow. Saturday is my day off, so no streaming for me tomorrow, but I'll be back Sunday morning and then Monday afternoon for classic lunch. Can't wait. That's going to be a time. It'll be great. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks for the bits, Okami. Cheers.